In April 2022, I toured in Spain to the Circuito de Jerez to watch the MotoGP and then continued further south to Gibraltar. Along the way, I stayed in some beautiful towns that local people had recommended, places such as Salamanca, Sevilla, Cáceres, and Segovia. I decided to do a similar thing this year, but this time I was going to watch World Superbikes at Motorland Aragon, then head to Barcelona to experience the Merce festival. I was booked on the Brittany Ferry's Plymouth to Santander service, departing on Wednesday the 20th of September at 12:15 p.m. to arrive in Spain at 10 a.m. the following day. The plan was then to head southeast and find a nice place to stay for the night, before heading to Motorland Aragon on Friday for the free practice sessions. However, fate was set to conspire against me. The really heavy rain started as soon as I hit the M5 motorway. Atrocious conditions for driving, let alone riding. Then, just after junction 22, the traffic ground to a halt. I wound my way to the head of the queue to find that the motorway was closed. 3 vehicles had collided, including a van carrying radioactive material. Emergency services were already on the scene, but recovery was going to take some time. There was no turning back. I was stuck. 2 hours passed before traffic was finally released, but I already knew there was no chance of catching my ferry. The only thing I could do was to press on to the port and see what my options were. Customer services dealt with the situation very professionally. They suggested I could take a ferry to St. Malo in France and ride into Spain. The bad news: the St. Malo ferry operates from Portsmouth, not Plymouth, 4 hours away by road. I had enough time to catch the ferry, but wasn't sure the journey would be survivable given the atrocious weather. However, I am not one to go down without a fight, so agreed to go through with it. The journey to Portsmouth is probably the worst that I have endured on a motorcycle, but thankfully I pulled into the port at around 6 p.m, still alive, albeit thoroughly soaked, shivering and miserable. Thankfully, that was enough drama for one day. I caught a bit of the evening entertainment before hitting the sack early. Unfortunately, it was a rough crossing, so I didn't sleep well. The ferry arrived on time in St. Malo at 8:15 a.m.
Merci beaucoup.
Unfortunately, I'd not seen the last of the bad weather. My bike gear was still damp from the previous day and wasn't going to get a chance to dry out. The journey into Spain took around 13 hours, but finally I made it to my night stop in Huesca. No more extreme riding for me on this trip,